What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from aconnectiontv.com and A-Connection TV here on YouTube, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. I am going to be talking to you about the challenge, season 35, episode 6, entitled Should I Stay or Should I Go? That's a Brandy song, by the way. If you're not a Brandy fan, you should be. Before I get into this video, I want to tell you to subscribe to my Instagram and my Twitter, A-Connection TV, and also subscribe to aconnectiontv.com, aka watchactv.com. It's my version of what a Netflix should be. We produce original scripted content and we upload every week. So definitely go check that out. We ended off the last episode without a freaking elimination, and I don't like that. I think all the way up until episode 5, they gave us drama, elimination, drama, and elimination. This time, they want to prolong the drama, elongate the drama, and not give us any, result by giving us an elimination. I don't like that. I don't. Especially when it's drama concerning people that I could care less about. It makes it more excruciating for me to actually watch the show. And to be fair, a lot of these people have great storylines or interesting storylines, and then a lot of them do not. I think in order for me to really care that the editors or the producers are trying to, or let me rephrase, for me to really care about what the editors or the producers are trying to force feed me down my throats, I need to be equally viewing everyone's drama or everyone's story. Like, don't just pinpoint Weston Bananas, because I don't really care about that. I know a lot of people do, and that's probably why they do it. I'm probably, a minority, but I just don't care about their storyline. I don't care about Zach and Jenna's storyline either, because this happens all the time. They're like the Rashida and Kirk of the challenge. It happens all the time. Bear, I can watch Bear because he's entertaining, but again, Bear is becoming a produced character for the show because now his antics are not a surprise anymore, But then you do have some people that do the same stuff, like a Nani. She's always in her bag. Every freaking challenge, she's always in her bag. And it's like, when is she going to come out? When is she going to come out of her bag? I don't know. But suffice it to say, I was able to get through episode 5 and 6. But what would have made it better was if I had an elimination after 5 going into 6 and still having an elimination. Because the drama is just too much. No one cares about Kayla and, the bear. Like, if you're going to show us something, show us a lot of people. We don't know KC on the challenge. We don't know Fessy on the challenge. We don't know Melissa on the challenge. Is she even there? Nelson sprinkles himself in by creating drama. We don't know Maddie on the challenge. She only had one little argument with Ashley. We don't know that Kyle exists on the challenge. Like, a lot of these people are existing through confessionals and interviews. And I'm just like, if it was more well-rounded, if we got a fuller, like, if you're not going to give me an episode with no elimination, give me an episode showing who the hell is in the house and what the hell is going on with everybody. Y'all need to do better at that. They all go back to the bunker, and we have Jenna, Nani, and Jordan on tribunal. Jenna wants to go in to get her red skull. Nani and Kayla want to vote in Jenny to get one of them out. So they're having a conversation. Jenna, Kayla, and Nani are having a conversation. And Jenna's like, I want to prove myself. I want to make sure that if I'm meant to be here, I'm meant to be here. Nani and Kayla on the like, well, this is a great opportunity because Tori wants to put herself in. Maybe we should put her up against someone like Jenny so that one of the two can actually get out. And Jenna's like, well, I don't know why y'all sitting here trying to tell me that I'm not good at eliminations. I am, you know, good at eliminations. I have a history with doing these challenges and winning. So what are we saying here? Like, don't try to write me off as a layup, because I'm not a layup. And we all know that Jenna has proven herself on many occasions with, although she's not the most intelligent human being in the world, and we know Jenna to be a beast in these challenges, so let's not count her out. And that's what everyone in the entire house was doing. They were counting her out, and I don't know why. Anissa talks to Bailey about Nelson, and Bailey says that Jordan hurt her feelings. So Anissa and Bailey are having like a cool moment here, and I'm appreciative of this cool moment, because we know that Anissa and Bailey don't really get along anymore. So watching them have a moment in the house where they were actually cordial and cool warms my heart, because I don't like to see any of our black characters, because they're so far few in between, arguing with each other and bickering with each other. I don't like it. So seeing this just made me feel good, you know? Anissa wants Nany to have her back, and she's not sure about this whole Trinity thing. So they're having this conversation about the Holy Trinity. You know, Anissa's cool with quite a few people, but Nany seems to be like her real ride or die in the house. And of course, Nany has all the peen that she wants and all the vagina that she wants to play with when she's drunk, and she has her Holy Trinity, which is Kayla and Jenna. And I'm like, okay, I can understand where Anissa's coming from, but you know, Anissa's not like a vet. She is a vet, and she's one of the older of the crew, but it's like, I don't like Anissa being left alone or by herself. At least that's the way that it's coming across, that she does not have any friends, and that's not cool. I hate that. So watching Bailey and Anissa have communications was dope. Tori wants to fight for a red skull. Nelson apologizes to Anissa. And at this nomination ceremony, it was very interesting because, you know, Tori's like, hey, I wanna put myself up or whatever. And, you know, Nelson has this energy about him to apologize to Anissa. I thought him apologizing to Anissa was cool, but then things take a turn when Nelson starts to attack Kayla. And I'm sorry, it was great drama. I liked watching it. You know, I think Nelson is great to look at. And so I like when Nelson talks, because, you know, Nelson hardly ever, well, no, I can't say that. This season, he's definitely been ruffling people's feathers. But whenever Nelson talks, I'm entertained. And so him attacking Kayla was not the best thing, because you just apologized to Anissa, but then you go ahead and attack Kayla. And then you tell her to go get ransacked in the porta potty. And everybody was like, ooh, ooh. And it's so interesting in this house that when people do that, it's like all y'all were saying the same thing about her. But it's like y'all can say it about her behind her back and talk trash about her behind her back, but when Nelson basically says what everyone is thinking and or saying behind her back in front of her face, it's like, oh bro, you shouldn't have went there. That's a low blow. What? I don't understand these people. I don't get it. And then Bear out of nowhere tries to have Kayla's back, but Bear caused all of this. Well, Kayla is a part of it too, but Bear caused all of this. Why are you messing with someone that's clearly in a relationship? You're not cool either. Like, you're a part of what Nelson is calling Kayla. You know, but everyone's calling out Nelson, saying that Nelson is mean-spirited and he's evil and this is too hard. Whatever. All y'all were sitting there joking along when Bananas and West threw that shit up against her and had that little bed made and put the photos up. All y'all thought it was funny then. But when we call her what we think she is, we're like, oh no. I just don't understand a lot of these people. I don't get it. All the guys afterwards start talking to Nelson once the nomination is set, and you know, everyone's like, Nelson, you're doing too much. Again, everyone's thinking that Tori's gonna go in and that she's gonna go in against Jenna and that Tori is just gonna get a free red skull. To be honest, I don't think the only freebie that we gave away was when Jenny went up against that girl. I forget her name. When Jenny went up against her, that was a freebie. But no one else is getting freebies because the challengers are stacked. And I don't know why people aren't accepting each other as legit challengers, but everyone needs to be careful when they go into elimination because the only layup has already left the house. I think her name was Jen. She already left the house. So no one is gonna get a free pass. Kayla walks up to Bear and thanks him and hugs him, and Bear says, I love you, and they kiss, and I wanna barf. Kayla says she wanna get, the guy that she's with wants to get married, but being in the challenge, she realizes that marriage is not what she wants, and so for her, she's happy that she went through this experience because she would be unhappy in a marital situation. And you can't be mad at that. You cannot be mad at that. Your marriage needs to be tested before getting married, okay? Like your engagement needs to be tested before you get married. And if you propose to someone or you see that marriage is possible because of the life that you've created for yourself, but then one person goes off and does the challenge, but is easily swayed to not care about the marriage anymore, that marriage is one that should never, ever, ever, ever happen. Because people are gonna get hurt and it's gonna be a waste of money and a waste of time and a waste of emotions. So it's better to find all of this stuff out before actually getting married and moving on and then going to get a divorce. I'm sure y'all would agree. Nany flirting with Casey was very interesting. We finally see Casey come up on screen outside of being on a post confessional or an interview. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even know Casey had a girlfriend. Do I really care? Not really, because they should have said this crap on the show before even bringing this kind of scenario up. Like they should have set it up to where if Nany and Casey have already started exchanging words, we should be at a point now where we get what's happening here. That's all I'm saying. The editing sucks this particular season. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, Nany is being Nany, her whorish self, and she's flirting with anything that has legs and genitals. And you know, she's drunk. Aneesa intervenes because apparently Aneesa kind of cares about Casey. We wouldn't know because we would never see them talking. Poor editing. And she walks up to Casey feeling bold enough to tell Casey what she should and should not do because she has a relationship at home. Mind you, we've already seen Kayla ruin hers. So Aneesa's like, yeah, you shouldn't do this. Casey's like, I'm not gonna mess up my girlfriend. I have a girlfriend at home. Nany walks through and she's automatically annoyed because Aneesa's cock blocking or vagina blocking. Aneesa and Nany exchange words. Aneesa is grabbed by Nany. Aneesa looks at Nany like, girl, this is not what you want. People break it up or whatever the case may be, and they're separated. We get to the house, and then Nany goes off, and this is horrible, deplorable, just really disgusting, vile actions because this chick does not know how to hold her liquor. And I applaud Aneesa all the way throughout this because Aneesa definitely has matured. The younger Aneesa would not have stood for any of this. So the older Aneesa has definitely matured, and she has the ability to forgive Nany immediately when Nany profusely apologizes and cries her eyeball sockets out to her. And she's like, I don't remember, I'm so sorry, I just was out of my mind, and ah la 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 la, and la 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 la. And he's like, okay, cool. All right, I forgive you. Girl, Aneesa, you better than me, sis. You better than me. Because I would have completely written her off. Completely written her off. Because anybody that, and I feel this for anybody, whether you're drunk, sober, or whatever the case may be, if I have divulged sensitive information to you, information that you know at one point in time has crippled me emotionally, whether on a large level or a small level, it is your responsibility as a remote friend, whether you utter those words to me or not, to hold that in and not use it as ammunition against me. Anyone that has that mentality to go below the belt and use ammunition that I've given them against me, they cannot call themselves a good person in a realm of a friend ever, at least with me. So, you know, again, I applaud Aneesa for being able to, you know, accept her Anani's apology, but that wouldn't have been me. That wouldn't have been me. Bailey and Swaggy have a conversation, and it's very cool. I love seeing Bailey and Swaggy, and I love the fact that Bailey and Swaggy, even though they're newbies, we have a ton of newbies on here, they're definitely characters on the show, meaning that they're definitely getting airtime, and I'm appreciative of it because I love the relationship that those two young ones have. It's very important for us to see Black people engaged in loving, well-communicated relationships on TV like those two. And I applaud them, 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 and I applaud MTV for showcasing them. They have a conversation apparently because Bailey is more on the rah-rah side of things. She's very emotional. Don't knock the camera, boo-boo. Very emotional. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey. Hey, baby. Hey. I love you. I love you. Yeah. I love you too. Yeah. How's outside? You having fun outside? No, don't get up here. Sit. Sit, baby. Sit. 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 So I'm loving them engaging in each other and us being able to see that. Swaggy gives Bailey some constructive good advice because they're in this challenge, they're new, you know, they don't want to ruffle any feathers, and you know, Swaggy suggests that Bailey, oh, I love my baby, that Bailey goes and talks to Jordan. So Jordan and Bailey and Swaggy and Tori have a conversation and they hug it out, they get over it. You know, Jordan's like, I didn't throw anything, I would never throw anything. And I'm like, okay. I can't remember when Jordan has thrown something, but you know, Jordan is a competitor and he is who he is, the way he is, how he is all the time, even to Tori. So you know what you're gonna get when dealing with Jordan, and I can appreciate that with Jordan. So they hung it out and I'm like, cool. Nelson apologizes to Kayla. Kayla doesn't know if this is actually a legit apology or not because Nelson and Kayla have had some run-ins. And so have had to apologize to her quite a few times. So it is what it is. And then we get to elimination because everyone is counting, you know, Jenna out. But the tribunal puts D, Kayla, and Big T in the nominations for going into purgatory or whatever the case may be. And you know, Big T is crying, she's not really feeling it, and I feel bad for Big T. Big T is like a fish in an ocean, you know? She's like a good heart, and it would be interesting to have a conversation with her. Like, I would love to interview Big T because she seems to be very like innocent in the mess of all of this, you know? And then you have D. D comes in like she's a walk wilder and like she's about that life, and she's like, I don't understand why I'm here. I'm like, girl, you played Tori and Jordan in the beginning. You know why you're here, sis. And then she's like, well, if you really think that I'm gonna go in and you think that I'm not gonna be a potential threat to Tori, then you have another thing coming. So I suggest you, come here, you wanna be with me? Come here, baby. Then I suggest you better believe that I'm not gonna just, you know, lose to Tori. And I'm just like, girl, what are you talking about? Right, August? Right, August? What are you talking about, right? And then we get Kayla. Kayla's just on there because she's just a friend of a friend, and she's going to potentially go in if Nani and Jenna think that if they can't do it, they'll give it to Kayla. I thought that was cute. Long story short, hey baby, you all right? You all right? You just want to interrupt my video. Say hi. Say hi. 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 You want to get down? Come on. You're so big. Sit. No, baby. Sit. Sit. August. Sit. Sit. You got a potty? Oh, that's what it is? You got a potty? Okay, come on. All right, sorry about that. You know, when you have kids, you gotta take care of your kids. Anyways, so we get to elimination, and it's exciting because it looks like it's gonna be a physical situation involving endurance. And right away, Jenna gets an epiphany, and she's like, you know, if I'm meant to go home to deal with this Zach bull crap, because Zach calls her and rips her a new one and calls her a cheater, and she cheated. And I'm like, okay, whatever. whatever. But if, you know, Jenna's like, if I am supposed to go home, then I'm gonna go home. So let me go ahead and see if I can get that red skull or not. So Jenna decides to go down against Tori, and it is the first time where we actually have a competitor really compete and go down to earn her or his red skull. And it was a beautiful situation because although Tori is a beast, and although Jordan was screaming at the top of his lungs at her on what to do, like, no, go this way, no, you should have listened to me. You know, Jordan was going off. I was like, oh, poor Tori. You know, Jenna ends up winning, but this was one of the most entertaining and refreshingly real and just amazing to watch emotional scene that I remember seeing or recall seeing in the challenge ever. It was actually reminiscent of when Jordan proposed to Tori, but when Jordan came down off the rafters to see his wife, to hug his wife, to say goodbye to his, I was filled with emotion. The two of them love each other, and I want them to last for eternity. The way those two love for each other and go hard for each other, it is amazing to watch. And as a man, Jordan going down, caving in to his wife and feeling so bad and so sad, oh, it ripped me to shreds. It was so beautiful to watch. It really was. But Tori was so comforting and letting him know, don't break down. You got to go back in. Keep your head high. Keep your head. I'm getting emotional right now thinking about the love that they share. It was amazing to watch. And through it all, they, you know, even though Jordan was upset, he was able to say, I'm going to be good. I just love you, and I'm going to be good. And I just was like, oh. And then when he went back upstairs and, you know, Nani had to rub his back because I was just like, oh my God, like that visceral, that right there is what we as viewers want to see, that raw, authentic emotion, not this manufactured crap with Wes and Bananas. Can we not? I mean, and again, if we're gonna have an episode with no elimination, we need to see we need to see every freaking person in this house say more than one word. We do. What is Melissa doing at all in this house? What is Fessy doing at all in this house? What is Casey even doing? What are they doing? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand. What is Kyle doing there? Like, we barely see Corey. Like, what is going on? I just don't understand. It's not well-rounded enough. It just isn't. Especially not giving us an elimination. Y'all could have showed way more than what y'all showed us. But anyways, I enjoyed the ending of this two-part miniseries because we had to get through 2 episodes to get to an elimination. And yeah, apparently next time there's gonna be a double elimination. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought about episode 6. Should I stay or should I go? Shout out to Tori and shout out to Jenna. Deuces.
White, what happened to us?
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure all this out.
Yeah, me too.
What the fuck you mean? Why are you on the Bad Girls Club season 0? I don't see transgender in a title, do you?
Stop putting your hands on me, Mitchell. We are not about to start doing this. I am not Corey.
You're walking on thin ice, Miss Lady. And I suggest you don't take another step.
I know. You're not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.